G'day guys, Damien from Defender 90 Orkney. Today I've got a Maxxis Trepador M8060 review. I get a lot of questions asked about these tyres, so I thought I'd answer a lot of those and give you my thoughts on them. The Maxxis Trepadors that I'm using are 37 by 12.5 R16s. I run these tyres on beadlocks. I'm a big believer that you should run these tyres on beadlocks. They're a bias ply construction, so they're not a radial. They perform a little bit differently. They're a much stronger tyre, and you really need to air them down into single digits for them to work well off-road. The 37s come in a sticky compound or soft compound. That makes them really soft and really grippy off-road, especially on rocks. They've got huge lugs. The side biters are massive. They really clear really well in mud. When I air these down, I air them down to 9 psi is where I found my sweet spot. That could vary with different vehicles and depending on how heavy they are. So for me, what works well is 9 psi, and as you'll see in some of the footage that I'm running through this video, they really crease out and fold around all the obstacles and rocks and ruts and all that sort of stuff. The side biters here, you've got about, when they're brand new, you've got at least 30 to 40 mil of height, which is huge. I don't know of any other tyre that has that. So really, when it comes to self-cleaning in mud, these are fantastic. I was in Tassie one time going up Lake Cumberland track when I had 35s in these and had to give it a bit to get up through these really boggy sections, and she just walked up and all I saw was mud being thrown out the side of the car. So they're fantastic in mud. On rock, once these warm up, you'll see, I'll show you that these actually are so soft that you can move them by hand and they grip like anything on rock. As far as on-road performance goes, that's probably the biggest question I get asked is, how do these perform on road? I find they're actually pretty good once they've warmed up. I personally wouldn't run them every day for a daily car, but heading to a track, heading an hour or two away, they're no worries. I don't even balance mine up. I have no balancing beads or balancing weights on the rim. And yes, when I do first drive off, when the tyres are cold, they can be a bit shaky and jumpy, but after about 10 minutes of driving, they warm up and they're fine. They're fine for how aggressive they are. They're fine on road. But I just would not run them as a daily tyre. They're a competition tyre. They're not made for road use. So just keep that in mind. That's one thing that always gets asked to me. You can run them, but I personally wouldn't like to run them every day for a daily car. For on-road pressures, I run them at 25 psi. I find if you go any higher than that, they round out at the top. I like to keep them flat so that they wear evenly, and they also feel fine at 25 psi on road. So yeah guys, that's my review of the M8060 Maxxis Trepadors. They're an unbelievable off-road tyre. They're probably one of the best out there that you can get in Australia. Highly recommend them. If you're into hardcore four-wheel driving and taking your car into really hard territory, this is a supreme tyre. Highly recommend them. Thanks guys.